So I finally got down to Tumbletown, and look how much money we managed to make off that loot. So we almost have enough to actually get an item. So I quickly browsed through some arms. There's not much anything two-handed because I'm mostly going to fight from horseback. And apart from perhaps the most expensive swords, none of them are that much better than the Eastern Arming Sword. Couldn't see any good spear type weapons. You have the glaive, you have lances, but I don't really want a lance because I also want to be able to fight with it if I end up on foot. I was tempted to buy a great sword for when I get knocked off my horse, but I guess that's pretty rare. Speaking of which, I should reorder these. That way I'll start with my sword when battles start rather than my bow, and I have to switch if I want the other. So yeah, there was nothing that good in terms of arms. So then we turned to look at armor, and armor is incredibly expensive. I sort of need some plate mail, but look how much it costs, 12,000. I could buy like some basic Brigandine armor, but it's not that good. Like, in terms of helmet mail, actually, I've already got pretty high standard head armor, even though mine costs way less. Yeah, so there wasn't much there either. So I was a bit disappointed. We could also check out what horses we could get. We could get an improved horse, maybe. Haven't checked here yet. Timid, stubborn courser. So we've got 47, 44, 10. So that's identical. How strange. Guess it might have more hit points. Yeah, it has more hit points. Oh, there's not much point in that. So yeah, we made lots of money, but we actually have nothing that great to spend it on. I guess we could get a mounted reach sergeant. There we go. But at least we have the cash for our quest. So here's Tumbletown, so maybe we'll take a quick tour of the Vale. Yeah, might as well. The reason I skip these intermediate bits is because they can just be like incredibly tedious. But we haven't checked out the Vale. Let's see if we can find anywhere we recognise. Can't really remember them much from the story. Maybe they don't feature that much. Though, you know, don't get angry if I got that completely wrong. So we've been to the north. Yeah, up to Winterfell. We went to the Eyrie. We just went straight through Lannister territory and burnt Pine Mountain. Not actually a mountain. And now we're just wandering up. So this is Bitterbridge. Who knows what's out here? We can upgrade some more guys. Elite pikemen. Veteran men at arms. Not bad. Sand's recovering. He didn't like us burning that Lannister village, so we probably won't do it again. Even though the profits from it are just enormous. Could drop by the ruins of Summerhall. I don't think it'll be that interesting, off the top of my head. What is the situation in the Reach? Can check our report. Or notes. What do I know? Factions, the Reach. Mace Tyrell. Apparently it's currently at peace with everyone. So there you go. That's probably why we're not in any trouble as we charge through here. So this is Highgarden somewhere. Somewhere down here. There's lots of powerful lords who are managing to stay out of trouble so far. It's a quiet end. A Tyrosh caravan. We could make the adventure across the narrow sea at some point. That might be fun. Ah, so this is Highgarden. Those are honourable men. Pathing can look a bit odd, but I guess it just depends on how the map is. So we made it to Highgarden now. Another destination on our Westeros tour. We can quickly check the marketplace to see if they have any weapons worth buying. So a spear can be used on horseback, but they just don't have any non-damaged ones. couldn't carry my bow and arrow at the moment with it. It's unfortunate. Oh, so a hunting crossbow can be used on horseback. 26 damage. It's actually better than the weapon I have now. They're slower. So that might be worth getting. Hunting crossbow, then we need bolts, I suppose. 400. Cost me 1,200. It's quite a lot of money, but I think switching over to a crossbow will actually give me a chance of actually hitting people. So we'll get a hunting crossbow. And some bolts. And we'll probably give these weapons to Sand next. Okay, so that's good. Quickly visit the tavern. Visit the tavern everywhere we go, not because we're huge drinkers, but just to see if any NPCs are around, but they aren't really. There are longbowmen. They're quite expensive. I'll just hire one of them. He doesn't mind that we didn't hire his buddy. I guess we didn't have enough space. And yeah, let's quickly equip Sand. So let's talk about his equipment. Let's see his equipment. So now we can give him a bow and arrow instead of a stake, I guess. He's equally good with all weapons, as I recall, so he should be okay with this. Yeah. That should be good, because then he can shoot when we're having him hold position, and then fight in melee when he needs to. Which works a lot more efficiently. So I'm going to venture all the way back up north. Maybe we can march and see what we find. We're trying to find Castle Rock, which I assume is down here somewhere. It's going to be quite dangerous territory at the moment. I normally skip these long marches, but we'll give it a go. My party's full size, so you'd hope if we see something we'll be able to cope. Apparently this is the ocean road. Not sure where it leads. I'm just guessing that we can find Castle Rock up here somewhere. It must be behind this stuff somewhere. We'll see if we start seeing any Lannister villages. Redwater Castle. It's quite a scenic route, well off the beaten path of most of the story, which tends to happen up around here. As I understand it anyway. I can't remember Old Oak or Redwater Castle featuring that much. There's some broken men we probably can't run down. Oh, we can. Oh yeah, it's Lannister territory up here. Red Lake. So maybe we'll engage these broken men. And then see if we can spot Castle Rock. And then get the hell out of here. Oh. We've been spotted by Lord Roland Crakehall. This could be trouble. We can outrun him, it's just if more people appear in between, we'll be in a lot of trouble. Let's run down these broken men first. Then we can try and escape around the top, I guess. Assuming we're able to go that way. We lost sight of them in the dark. There they are. Hopefully we won't be ambushed by the Lannisters while we slowly chase these guys down. Okay. So he's demanding money even though I just charged him down, which is typical. Well, once someone flees, they'll probably flee again, so there's no point offering for them to join the army. Good opportunity for us to get some experience, though. It's interesting they're described as broken men, when clearly they're very much still willing to fight. Oh, the skyboxes are spectacular in Mount and Blade. Our army slowly marches over the top. The peasant woman. Actually, there are archers, so you shouldn't underestimate them. I think she's one. Yeah. Lannister allies. Bit ridiculous, to be honest. Where's Sand? Sand, I know you're here. Stop hiding. Maybe he's not here. Oh, another peasant woman. Another peasant woman. Or maybe he's injured still. It's unfortunate. Alright lads, I'm going to give a go with my new crossbow. So I think the difference with the crossbow is it takes longer to reload, but the aim doesn't get worse as you hold it. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bit better. And I can reload it and just charge off and do it again. I think this is a lot better weapon, to be honest. Oh, I say that, but then yeah, I did just like completely fail to hit anything. I think those are my own archers, so that's okay. Oh yeah, I think this crossbow is amazing buy. Oh, I actually hit a moving target. Now our infantry are charging in. Soon our cavalry will charge in. I accidentally hit the guy's horse there. My mistake. Oh, they're just killing everything so fast. There you go. We just obliterated them basically. Well done, guys. Can't recruit anyone because nobody died, so that's that. Veteran reach levy. Probably better than what we than some of the guys we have, but I can't really sort through them that well. I mean, she's only worth 1 dinar, so maybe we'll release her. Oh no, you can't. My mistake. Okay, let's see if we get anything good. A scythe looks pretty cool, but not much use. And pitchforks, not the best. Now let's continue to try and find. Oh, there's Lannisport. We found their great capital and Castle Rock. Sadly, we can't go in, but you know, it was an interesting discovery, nevertheless. And now we need to try and sneak our way back to Riverrun. I think we should probably go off the beaten path. Now, hopefully, they don't tend to go straight through this forest, because if they do, this is going to be... Oh my god, we almost got intercepted there. When I wasn't looking. I need to be alert to press spacebar to pause so I can change direction to actually avoid the hordes of enemies. I think it's safest to go around Ashmark's direction if I can make it. Luckily I'm quicker than most of the forces which are bigger than me, which they'll have. It's only large forces of knights that I need to worry about, because they can just run me down. Now I think this passage will be the most used. Although I say that there's someone right here right now. 72 men. So I guess we're going to have to go through the most dangerous pass. It's all like Lord of the Rings, going through the mountains. But you know, hopefully we'll soon be safe back in Riverrun. Drop by Fire Square and buy some goods. Okay, there's a big party of enemies here. I think we can run south, and that's what we're going to do. We can outrun him, I think. The main thing to check is how many knights he has. Even a few knights will easily decimate the forces I have. So try and sneak around this way. It's a bit risky because it's quite narrow. We're trying. Some of my guys ready to upgrade again. Try and keep a balance between ranged and melee. Tends to help in my experience. Different situations call for different units. The sieges you need lots of infantry, but the most of the battles outdoors you just need loads of knights, which are obviously horrendously expensive. But it looks like we safely charged straight through Lannister territory. I think we evaded their main army, to be fair. Oh wait, he says that, but there are quite a lot of them. I think we'll head this way. We could go after him. Thing is, I can't see what he's actually near. He has a force of 67 with 12 knights. That's quite a lot for us to deal with, so I think we'll just leg it. He wasn't that interested in us though. Obviously not famous enough to be worth chasing down yet. And there we go, I think we've escaped. We should get around this corner and we'll probably make it. Well, actually, we'll get all the way to Riverrun and see. And then I think we need to go. Is this still being raided? Oh no, I'm never going to be able to deal with the murderer there because he's always going to be in hiding because the place has been burnt down. Well, to be honest, I don't know if we're going to make it to the end of the Kneeling Man in time. We'll go and check. That's lucid. There we go. We'll just arrive at Riverrun. There you go, a bit of a tour. We went down, checked out Highgarden. Oops. Yeah, went round here through Highgarden and up and checked out Castle Rock and Lannisport, enemy territory. Now the other things we can go and see are Dragonstone and the east, across the sea, and that we will eventually do. But for now, I think we'll just wander around, see if any Lannisters are about. I can't run him down. And at some point, hopefully, deal with this quest to try and get Lord Tully to like me more. So I finally got down to Tumbletown, and look how much money we managed to make off that loot. So we almost have enough to actually get an item. So I quickly browsed through some arms. There's not much point in anything two-handed because I'm mostly going to fight from horseback. And apart from perhaps the most expensive swords, none of them are that much better than the Eastern Army sword. Couldn't see any good spear-type weapons. You have the glaive, you have lances, but I don't really want a lance because I also want to be able to fight with it if I end up on foot. I was tempted to buy a great sword for when I get knocked off my horse, but I guess that's pretty rare. Speaking of which, I should reorder these. That way I'll start with my sword when battles start rather than my bow, and I have to switch if I want the other. So yeah, there was nothing that good in terms of arms. So I was a bit disappointed. We could also check out what horses we could get. We could get an improved horse maybe. Haven't checked here yet. Timid, stubborn courser. So we've got 47, 44, 10. So that's identical. How strange. Guess it might have more hit points. So then we turn to look at armor, and armor is incredibly expensive. I sort of need some plate mail, but look how much it costs. 12,000. I could buy like some basic Brigandine armor, but it's not that good. Like, in terms of helmet mail, actually, I've already got pretty high standard head armor, even though mine costs way less. Yeah, so there wasn't much there either. Yeah, it has more hit points. Oh, there's not much point in that. So yeah, we made lots of money, but we actually have nothing that great to spend it on. I guess we could get a mounted Reach Sergeant. There we go. But at least we have the cash for our quest. So here's Tumbletown, so maybe we'll take a quick tour of the Vale. Yeah, might as well. The reason I skip these intermediate